So if y'all can't see me, I apologize because I know it's really hard to see me right now. Got the camo hat, camo shirt. Like nobody can see me. I am invisible.
You're invisible because you're in your camouflage today.
And I got my one-sided ponytail going on.
Right.
And
you're invisible.
I have
SM, and I see that Laurie's here.
Hello, SM and Lori. Hello, dolls.
I'm assuming we're going to have a pretty light crowd this evening.
Yeah, but I do have a beginning and ending saying, okay? And y'all can take this however you want. I was going to start out with, like, welcome to my channel. I hope everybody's happy and healthy, which I do.
Right.
That's all I want. Mm-hmm. And then I have an ending one that's really good. So I'll do that one at the end. But I'm like, everybody has like a little thing that they do. So, and I don't know why my brain always works when I'm in the shower for some reason. I'm like, ooh, I could do this.
You got one, right? Or you're in the shower.
You can't write it down when you're in the shower because
I got one.
I need some sort of, is there some sort of little thing you can write on in the shower? Like ideas. I don't think it exists.
They do. Yes.
They do?
They have, if you get I don't know how that would work. But so if you get a clear shower curtain, but you have how you have like the inside liner? So you get your clear shower curtain and you go with a marker.
Oh, see, that wouldn't work because we have ours is all tile and it's like a shell shape. So it's like this. It's
Get
all
the
tile.
kids' crayons. Get the crayons that you
right on the walls with the crayon
and right on the tub or the tile.
Of course, it's cap night or hat.
It's cap night. Yes, it is cap night, Laurie. I hope that you're wearing your cap this evening.
I do have a one-sided ponytail going on, though. I just thought I'll pull it over to one side.
I have a big old mess back here.
I think I need your fake bangs, Raquel. Can you send me
Where are my fake bangs? I don't know where they went to. I had them and now they're gone.
There's bath paint that's washable. LOL. Lori's gonna don her. She's gonna don her cap. Okay, good.
I don't know where my fake bangs are. They're around here somewhere.
Wait,
I ordered some other stuff from Wish, so we're gonna have to.
What is a scuba tablet? What is this? I've never heard of that. You ever heard of that?
A scuba tablet? Like you're gonna go scuba diving and then you have your tablet. I'm assuming that he means an underwater tablet. That is probably made, I guess.
Dude, now come on. You know I don't make that much. Hello.
Sounds like a very nice Christmas gift.
I was going to say, it sounds like somebody's getting ready to buy me. No, my birthday's coming up next month. Sounds like somebody's going to buy me a gift.
Birthday gift. There you go. A scuba tablet.
When you scuba dive, you have a tablet so you can communicate with your other divers. Oh, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. How the hell do you write underneath in the water?
Okay, so let me just tell you, you're not getting a scuba tablet, and I'm not getting a scuba tablet, so that you and I can talk while we're in the shower and exchange ideas. It's just going to go too far.
I'm not doing that. Oh, it turns out Andy Crew has one upstairs in his bag. See?
Okay, good.
Free is, I know, Lori. I actually have a little bit about that.
It's coming up. Yeah.
And let me tell you something, Lori. This one over here. Wait, over here.
Over here.
You can't. I'm like, girl, I just need you to go live with me, damn it.
Can you give me one night? Can you give me 1 night, 1 hour?
I'm like, just give me one night.
But I have actually given her my schedule now.
But she has no idea. She has no idea what is going to happen, though. You never know. You just never know what kind of shenanigans we might be up to.
We do like shenanigans, that is for sure. Oh, thank you very much, Indy.
I think the birthday is actually Friday, right? Is it Friday?
It is. Yes. It is the 17th. I realized that today when I looked
so you're the same sign as my brother.
Yes, we're Gemini.
My brother's birthday is the 23rd. Mm-hmm. He's no longer with me, but Gemini, he passed. Yeah, I mean, literally, people don't get it when I say I've lost my whole family. I pretty much have lost my whole family.
Yeah. Like you've lost a lot of people in your family.
I've lost a lot of people. But I really do miss my brother a lot. Mm-hmm. Like, on a very important birthday. He was the only person that called me, and he didn't call me once, he called me twice. And we talked for hours. So I think that's a blessing that I got to spend that quality time with him on the phone. So
Yeah,
I look at it that way. But speaking of people,
oh my God, don't get
and
me.
birthdays, because somebody's got a 16th birthday coming up on this show that we are going to talk with y'all. We're going to have to get some protectors for our
I
TVs.
don't have anything good to say. I'm just going to tell you right now, just flat out, nothing good.
I know.
Nothing good.
However, though, I really am liking Pumpkin and Josh.
I know you like them a lot, but
you don't even like them?
I just feel like the whole
What about
thing,
poor Alana? What did she do wrong?
I don't like any of them now. That's not, I mean, okay, let me just go. All right, I don't like any of them, but in my list of people that I hate the least, it would be like Josh, because he really doesn't talk that much. And really, the only time that he talks, he's funny. And then really hates Mama June.
Yeah.
And then it would be like the other sister, because she's not really in it that much, but
Jessica.
she seems like she just bitches about, June too. Then we're going to go to Pumpkin, because, she is holding it down. But I feel like it's a lot of, kind of scripted stuff, like, kind of trying to cause drama. And then it is Honey Boo Boo, Alana. Because I think that if you weren't on TV right now, you wouldn't be the drama queen that you are.
Well, you know what? I feel like Josh and Pumpkin are having to do a lot more for the show because Mama June's doing nothing.
Yeah. Yes.
You can't even get her ass to show up. So. Yeah. And let me tell you what, they got a lot of people in that family to feed now.
Yes.
Because I know y'all know she's had twins since then.
Yeah, so, I was going to say the babies, because they don't speak. And then Josh.
Well, the little girl does, but I think she's cute. I think she's sassy. She's a little like me. She's kind of sassy, and I like her.
Sassy, yes.
Let me tell you, Rock and Pumpkin would be beauty or besties. They'd be besties back in the day.
Probably. We probably would have been. Yeah.
That's what I think too, Lori. Yes. I think that. Do you think Raquel is getting hard on us? Like, is she?
I just don't. I feel like this family has been in reality TV for so long that now they just know what reality TV is looking for. Yeah. So I am not jaded.
You have a point. You do have a point. Totally jaded. Lori just got double middle finger, man. Not even one, but two.
Oh my God.
She's like, nope, totally jaded.
Totally jaded. Cannot stand them. Cannot stand them. It all starts
with
it was Kiara's.
Before I came live, there was a super chat waiting in my live earlier today. I don't know where it went. It looks like I don't know if it goes away or what happens, but it was from Dan. You know who Dan is, right?
I do not know who Dan is.
I thought I followed him on like Instagram, but I went to look up his name and I didn't see it. But either way, I wanted to say thank you. I appreciate that because I did say it in my messages. But that was sweet. That was sweet of him. He came in like 3 or 4 hours ago and did that. So I thought that was nice.
He was like, "Here's a little money while we wait."
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was sweet because he didn't have to do that.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna start out because I don't like the way that Alana was done. Let me tell you something. I thought this was shitty. I would never put my 14-year-old kid in a car with a stranger for an hour and a half and not be just worried sick. I understand that kids take Ubers and stuff like that, but stuff happens in these cars too. Okay, we've heard.
We're not talking about a 10-minute ride.
Yeah,
we're
this is a long way, and they live kind of out in the middle of the country. Yes. I know about the country,
and they're not kind of like a reality star. That some wacko. We don't know what the wacko is that was driving the car.
I'd like to hope that because reality is not real, that it was actually a production person that took her home.
I would. Yeah.
What do you think? It was a van, so it's possible.
it's
I don't think that they
possible.
would feel comfortable putting her in a van with a stranger, knowing
Yeah,
she's a
now that you
reality
bring that
star.
up. Yeah, now that you
That's the
bring it
first
up.
thing that came to my mind. I'm like, I have a feeling that was
Yeah.
probably production that took her.
Yeah, because we know that they've done that in other shows, that the cab drivers have actually been production people, and it's been their vehicles that they were using as Uber. So now I feel a little bit better. Right. Oh, I was ready to throw down on something. Right. Me and you
Lori
both.
is perfect for comments in here.
I was like, look, if the three of us were sitting on a couch watching this, it would have been horrible. Like
y'all would have
killed
killed each other, wouldn't you?
Oh my god! I think Laurie and I are on the same page.
Well, I watch it with my kid, and she's just like, "Oh my god, what is wrong with this woman?"
Horrible. Rachel, hello, Rachel.
You know what? I just realized. See if this is any better. I always forget to turn that on. Oh, Rachel's in here.
Yep. I'm not.
Nailed by Rachel. Hello, darling.
Nailed by Rachel. Yeah, I am. I'm not a big fan. Oh, there goes my dog.
Oh, doggy had to come say hi. Oh,
yeah.
I always
and
love
now
when
you know
over.
We're starting to hear all this stuff about.
Wait, where's your owl?
He's here.
Oh, okay. I see him.
I'm at a different angle tonight.
Oh, I was like, the owl didn't make the cut anymore.
The owl has made the cut. I need to. Yeah, I have to. There you go. There he is.
She's listening while she's doing stuff around the house.
There's my buddy. He's back. My owl's back.
SM,
I am not at all happy with.
I know, Rachel. They are, and it's not anything I want to be a part of.
It is an all-out YouTube war.
They are on fire, and they can keep their fire over there because I don't want any part of it.
Oh my god!
No, I pass.
On fire.
I know when to keep my nose out of some bull. I don't want to be in the middle of that. Nope. I'll just get into. Wait, how did that just pop up? Oh, I know how.
Because you hit the button.
Well, no, I didn't. my new keyboard has a lot of things on it I don't know about yet. Like the other day,
oh gotcha,
it was talking to my computer. I'm like, well, I hope this thing shuts up when I go live because I don't know how to shut it up.
Right.
Don't even know what to. Oh Lord, not again. What happened? Lori? What is she saying that about the streets?
Oh yeah, she's like, oh Lord, not again. Yeah,
I don't. That kind of stuff makes me nervous. I don't want any part of it.
No, me and you.
Whatever happens, and I don't wish anything ill on anybody at all. I don't care who it is. That's just not me. Can't do that.
I have my opinions, but I will keep them to myself.
Yeah, but I'm not going to listen to it. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, I got you.
It makes me nervous.
The drama.
Yes, I will come in here and talk some shit about Mama June, though.
Yes. All right. So Mama June leaves Alana at the airport so she can go and see Jordan. I will tell you, I don't know if you've seen, but Jordan just recently did a interview with.
I saw that, and I haven't watched it yet. It was LB, wasn't it? Was it LB?
It was LB, and let me tell you,
ooh,
I feel bad for him. At the same time, I can see where she kind of baited him. And the fact that she's going after these 20-something guys, remember how we had said she missed out on her childhood. She missed out on her 20s. Yep. Then she got her surgery. Now she wants to redo her 20s. Mm-hmm. This was all 100% like made me go.
I didn't even think about that. You're spot on with that. I didn't even, and that never even entered my mind. You're absolutely right.
She is acting like a 20-year-old. She is dating 20-year-olds, but the guy that she's married to is 26, 27. I don't want to take away so that if anybody actually wants to go and watch it, maybe you might want to like drop, her channel or something like that. It was an hour long. I listened to
LAB's
thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll definitely drop that. Yeah.
yeah.
I love her. I love following her. She puts out some really good
Oh
content.
yeah, she's a huge channel.
Yeah, along
But,
with, according to Amber, she has some good information too.
well, Lori, the reason why I feel bad for him is it's okay. I don't want to say this like in a bad way, but I'm just gonna say it. It seems like Mama June has done a very good job of picking out men who are coming right out of rehab. Remember, she had this whole thing of where I'm helping people. I'm going to help a person in every
50
state.
people in 50 states
Right.
in 50 weeks.
And it's kind of questionable that the people that she seems to really be helping are the 20-something men that are just getting out of rehab. I think that in her mind, I think that she was attracted to him. I think that he thought that she was helping him. I think that he thought, oh my God, I have somebody who actually cares about me.
Right.
In more of like a mother role because she's so much older than him.
Yeah, but I don't think she was thinking mother role.
No, she definitely was not. And he had no idea who Honey Hoop Boo Boo was. He said, I saw on her Instagram that she had a blue check, so I knew that she was like, verified. He's like, but I'll be honest with you, I had no idea who she was. I knew, well, you got to be somebody special because you got to check. But at that time, he had 750,000 people on his TikTok. So in social media world, he was actually more popular than she was because
that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Jordan has been chronicling his drug addiction for about 7 years. Okay. So he has a very large
maybe in a way she might have been using him a little bit for some clout?
So I think that she saw a hot young guy that was coming out of rehab and was like, "Ooh, I can help him." And I'm attracted. Is he
really hot though? Because I don't think
he's not really that hot. But look at her husband. When you look at Justin and you look at Jordan, Jordan's definitely better looking.
Okay, Justin, and you can tell, by the way, and Justin has been arrested, y'all. There's records of it, and
yeah, I mean, so
wow, his mugshot ain't pretty.
Lots of buying, love, and
Justin has not one tooth in his head. Those teeth that he has in his mouth right now are absolutely freaking false.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure she bought them.
Yeah, it's fine, but you can tell that when his mugshot that he's not got a tooth in his head. Not one.
No. Yeah, she made it. It's very clear from listening to Jordan, and Jordan admitted, he was like, yes, at first I was like, I'm going to take advantage of this as well I can. I've never had it where people were spending $10,000 on shopping and bought me a car and bought me rented me a house for a year, furnished it and everything else. And then when he was like, I'm starting to kind of see what's going on, he kind of like, that's when I think that he started to kind of back away. You'll have to listen to it. Like I said, I don't want to take away from her interview. It's a very interesting interview.
No, I have to go listen to that. That was on my list of things to go watch because I knew that was going to be, that's what I was trying to see.
Oh yeah, no, and Jordan actually touches a little bit on this where he was saying that, he was one of the people that when she was talking about doing this, go across the US and help somebody from every state. He said that's died down a little bit now. Now she's kind of, I guess she's doing like these appearances because it's expensive. It's really expensive. You can't go and rent a house for a year for I
wondered too. Well, he didn't just try the milk; he bought the whole damn drama.
Yeah, he bought the whole damn. Yes. And she's doing a lot. She's doing a lot of threatening of Jordan now, threatening to like expose his family, all this kind of stuff because she is a control freak, a bit of a narcissist. You can tell with the stuff.
You don't say.
Yeah, I know. It's a big shock. And
I'm starting to see that there's a big, huge slew of narcissists around the world.
Yeah. And he had even at one point had said to her, you just spent $50,000 on me. Shouldn't you go and spend this money on your own family? And she's like, they're fine. They're family. So when you see in the episode where they're starting to see in the tabloids like the spending habits, Jordan actually confirmed.
Where is she getting the money though? Because I don't understand. Remember, she lost everything, sold her house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, used all that money for, we'll say, substances, because I know you can't use the other word. And managed to give away the car that she had to Gino. Remember, just here, you can have it. I
and then she gave that.
And she gave him a car and paid for his rent for a year. I mean, it's like, where is this money coming from? I don't think WeTV is paying her that much.
She must be. He said that he saw a bank, like one of the bank statements. He's like, when somebody shows you their bank statement, they got $100,000, $200,000. $100,000 and $200,000 is not going to last that long.
That's not much.
It's not much. I don't know if maybe she doesn't actually have a home that she lives in, and maybe when she's doing these events, maybe the whole point of her traveling like this is, oh, I will come and I will do your event, but you have to.
That's what I'm thinking. I think because wasn't it named Recovery something, and that she was sort of doing all this for to begin with, and I kind of feel like that place maybe is covering some of her costs.
She was initially doing it, according to Jordan. She was initially doing this on her own, that this was her program that she started. She wanted to go and help people. And then she quickly realized how much money it was costing and had to cut back. So maybe she did partner now with somebody. It
just pisses me off that she doesn't help her kids more. I can't.
I don't. I guess she feels like
cameo. Oh, that's true, SM. But how many people really want a cameo from Mama June?
No.
I don't.
You know who I want a cameo from? The babies. They're my favorite.
The babies.
And then Josh. And then the other sister. And then Pumpkin.
I don't know if any of them are on Cameo. Do you? I'd have to go look. But
you'll have to go look. I haven't been on Cameo since Chris. I was trying to get my 15-minute phone call, but he had sold out, and I was so bummed. And I was like, "Damn it!" Really?
I noticed he's doing a discount on his cameos right now for Father's Day.
Well, also, I mean, everything is up in the air about 1,000-Pound Sisters. So,
I know, and I haven't heard. I've heard it's been crickets.
And let's just be honest. Every season that you lose, you are now losing viewers to the next, because if somebody comes in and they've got a better TV show that everybody's hooked on the same time that you now want to go and put them on, you're not going to be the number one slot. That's in reality trash.
We know how those views work.
I know.
I'm experiencing it right now.
I know.
There's drama.
There's drama.
There's drama everywhere, and I personally choose to stay out of it. So
yes,
the others can have it. I have no disrespect towards anyone, and I don't wish anybody any sort of harm. That's not me, and anybody who knows me knows that. So but don't y'all claim I was up in somebody's damn live, because I'm doing my own.
We're like,
don't come to me and say, I know you were in there under a fake name. Hell no, I'm not, because I'm
that way nobody can come along and be like, I know for a fact Susie is.
I was in there and I said something. I said something.
No.
Both hands.
We're just going to do the live like this.
Both hands. Just like this. Just like this. So y'all can't go, I know you were in there. No, I wasn't.
I wasn't in there. I swear to God, my hands were like this the entire time.
Jesus Christ. Makes me freaking nervous to even go into any of those lives.
Oh, God.
Oh, there you go, Lori.
Yeah, YouTube wars.
Oh, my God. That could actually... No, it couldn't happen, because the shit that they say on there, they could never get away with on TV.
Oh yeah, no,
it would just be bleep, 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 bleep. Yeah. Just one big long bleep.
Just one long bleep, and it's a shame, because you know what? I will be honest with you, and I know that we're still talking about Mama June. But I will be honest. I mean, the thought of having a TV show around YouTubers is kind of it's interesting. It's an interesting thought. It's an interesting concept.
We should hit somebody up over that.
Well, here's the problem now. YouTube has now become too saturated with hate. It's never going to work. Yep. Like, I mean, what is going to be really smart is when, and maybe that's what we need to find, Susie. Maybe we need to find a group of other smaller YouTube channels.
Yeah.
And that we pitch the idea of smaller YouTube channels trying to get into. We can do a documentary. We can definitely do a documentary.
Hi, Queen.
Hi, Queen. Like Queen has got a smaller YouTube channel too.
Yeah, and she talks about all kinds of stuff. She doesn't, she tries to stay out of this mess too. So, Ooh, so now you got my wheels turning.
I'm telling you, I'm always full of ideas. It's amazing.
Yes, you are.
It's amazing, and I can write the contracts.
There's the best part right there. That's what those contracts are big too. They're like,
I'll read these contracts and I'll write them up. Yeah, but I mean, it's
better read the fine print.
Yeah. I mean, so when you think of if you have a number of these smaller YouTube channels that are working together to try to figure out how to get to be a bigger channel and how to break through and not kind of get sucked into the drama and stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, I think that would be, I think it would be a very interesting documentary, and I think it would be a learning tool for other channels. And then, you know what? It drives traffic to those channels that are on the documentary. And,
that's true. That is very true.
Like I could see like something like that where it would be and if it was like The Office, but like YouTubers version, I could see where
YouTube.
Yeah, the Real Housewives of YouTube was my idea. I like that idea.
There's somebody with that name. I feel like there's somebody with that name.
Yeah, there's an account.
Look who's here.
Richard, our Paul. It's been so long.
Where's he been?
Oh my God, we've missed you, Paul.
Oh, we barely even talked about Mama June.
I know. We're gonna talk about. I swear to God. All right, we were talking about Jordan. Jordan's confirmed a lot of the shittiness of really what was happening. They never had a relationship. She wanted a relationship. He could tell. He was like, "You're like my mom. I can't do that." And then now they're at the point of where they're showing that he was how he's got engaged. And it's going to be, it's interesting.
I did see her on I want to say maybe it was a TikTok live where she was talking about, oh, no, don't listen to what he's saying. I bought him that car, but I only paid for 1 year on it. And after that, he's responsible. And apparently he's not making the payments or something. And I'm like, okay, who's really telling the truth here? Do we know? Because I never know who's telling the truth. It seems
I'm sure that there's probably some truth in the middle. He said that when ended up, she apparently would have men that would come to the house the house that they were living in. Because remember, according to him, they are not together. In her mind, I think that she was hoping that they were going to end up together.
Yeah, from the messages and stuff she was leaving him, I could tell that she was thinking way differently.
Yes. And so
Richard, I hear you on that one, because being a grown-up is...
I know being a grown-up is so hard.
I keep telling my teenager, she's like, I can't wait to move out when I turn 18. I was like, oh. I said, I'll tell you what. I said, let's look at today's prices. Just today. If you moved out on your own, what it's going to cost for you to get an apartment, pay your rent, pay your utilities, pay your car payment, because you're going to need a car. Pay your water, pay for your food, pay for all this stuff you're going to furnish your apartment with, because you got to have furniture, right? I'm like, let's do that. Let's sit down one day and just really go through everything that you have to pay for when you turn 18 to, quote, move out. I'm like, you're not going to like what you see.
Well, but the reality is...
So what kind of job, honestly, could she get without college right now?
You will, but
that would pay that.
Most people, I mean, I know that for like Laurie and I, we were roommates. We're like,
That's what I told her. I said, you're probably gonna have to have a roommate. She goes, well, I like to be by myself.
Right. I mean,
said,
I had friends that were in college and there were 7 people living in a 2-bedroom apartment off campus because it was like, you didn't want to live in, and a lot of times your parents would like give you some money for towards an apartment. So if you had 7 people, you were only probably paying $300. And let's just face it, when you're 18 and you're making like $15 an hour and you're living off of ramen noodles, do you know what I mean?
That's true. That is true. And she does like the ramen noodles.
We think about like the big shopping and everything. I lived off of, and Laurie can tell you, I lived off of McDonald's 2 cheeseburger meal deals.
I remember those. Didn't they used to be $5 for a 2 cheeseburger meal deal?
So I would have my 1 hamburger.
I think it's twice that now.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's like $6 an hour or $7 or even maybe $8. Well, if you go on the
New Jersey Turnpike, 10.
New Jersey Turnpike is like 10.
Lori said
and beer. Yes, and beer.
No mega
beer and booze. It was a lot more beer and booze than food. We spent more money on beer and booze.
Give me my box wine, man, and I'll be good to go.
Yeah, Laurie would go and she would go grocery shopping at her mom's house and bring us back canned foods.
My first summer in Wildwood, I lived off of dollar pizza slices, sandwiches, and wait, oodles of noodles. What even are those? Is that like a?
That's ramen noodles. Oodles and noodles in the cup. It's the cup of noodles.
Oh, okay. So that's like a different. Okay, wow.
That's an East Coast. What we call them here on the East Coast is oodles and noodles. Yeah,
and we wonder why we don't live as long as like some people back in the day because we don't.
I think we all grew up. I did the pizza, the purple pizza at University of Maryland. That was, and then you get to know. When you're there, you get to know like the people, and then they're like, "Oh, look, this was a wrong order. Returned pizza. Oh, y'all want a slice?" And it would be like some gross like anchovies and we're like, we're hungry. We don't care. We'll take it.
Doug did that to me one night. Like we didn't have the kiddo for this one night, and I'm like, I'm really craving a pizza. I want a pizza because I had been sick to my stomach for quite some time, and I'm like, I just need to have like real food in my stomach. Like I need to. If I get sick, then fine, I'll take my chances. The worst part is I ordered it half and half with my half had pepperoni and green olives. His half had pepperoni, and for some God-forsaken reason, he decided to get anchovies. And I'm like, why? Why do you want anchovies?
Does he love anchovies, though? He
thought he did until we got this nasty-ass pizza that was so gross. I had to, like, cut around the edges to get the disgusting flavor of whatever was on that pizza off of my pizza. I said, what did you order? This is so nasty. He was like, well, it's supposed to be anchovies, but I don't remember them tasting like that. He goes, this is more like sardines on a pizza. And I was like, oh, my God.
That might have been, somebody might have put sardines on a pizza instead of
I don't know what they put on it.
Anchovy.
But, man, it, like, leaked over onto my side, and I went, no.
I've never seen anybody get anchovies on a pizza, only in the movies. Really? Oh, my God. Yes. My husband will order anchovy pizza.
Ew.
Anytime. If he will look, we can only order pizza. If he's obviously, it's not all the time, but once he gets the crave for the anchovy pizza, because there's only a couple of places now. And I think it's Papa John's. I think Papa John's still has anchovies that you can get anchovies on your pizza.
This was Barrows. Barrows offered. So I'm like listing all the stuff that, you can get on it. He goes, really, they have anchovies? And I'm like, no.
No.
I should have completely left that one out because I had no idea it was going to seep onto my side of the pizza. And I was like, oh, this is bad. Right. I was like, dude, this is making me sick to my stomach. Like I was having issues with nausea. Mm-hmm. So that
but so if it oozed, then that means that somebody clearly did not know that you're supposed to take the anchovies, you're supposed to pat them, get all the water out of the anchovy. When you put it onto the pizza, you don't take it like out of the can. it's oily. Anchovies and sardines.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
packed in
The
oil.
the
Right.
oil from it or something like got onto my side. Lori's craving a pineapple pizza.
Oh my God.
Well, Lori,
Why are we friends? I don't understand how we're friends. Like everything that is Italian and I hold so dear to me, you're just like, there's some pineapple on it. What? Throw some hot dogs in your spaghetti.
Lori, she is literally talking shit about you while you're in here. Like, I mean, that is brave. Wait, I have no idea what that was. It was the old stinky sardines. It was not anchovies. It was nasty. She said, "Love you too." I'm feeling the love here. I can tell there's so much love between you two.
So much love.
So much love.
She's killing me.
Better love than hate.
Oh my God.
No hate. I'm good with that.
Oh my God. Now I've got to go with the Hawaiian pizza. Okay, Indy and I can no longer be friends either. Thank you for the free car advice yesterday. But we're no longer friends.
Oh, look, he says got to go with the Hawaiian pizza. So there you go. There's two of them in here that you can't be friends with.
No.
If y'all get pineapple on your pizza, Raquel is done with you.
Yeah. If there was ever a time for you to drop me down, now would be it. No, I'm just kidding.
What do y'all think of that? Did she even notice yet? She didn't even notice for a minute. I'm over here snorting because I'm like, she didn't even notice. You said it.
There it is.
No face, just a big middle finger right there.
It was hard to figure out how to get my finger the right way.
I know everything is backwards on here. Y'all don't realize that. Like when I'm pointing to her, I have to point this way. With my right hand. It's backwards.
Oh, the finger. Yes, the finger.
Oh, you're showing the love, Lori. I mean, hello. The fingers is all about the love, right?
It is all about the love. It is all. Oh, no, let me see if I can find
funny is I don't think you realized it at first, and I'm sitting here laughing.
Well, it was when I said drop down. I was like, she's gonna drop me down any minute. Like, it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen.
I was like, man, she said drop me down. I was like, oh, remove.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to give her some access to this channel so she can help me out occasionally. Oh, Lordy. Bless her heart. We talked a little about Mama June. Should we just call it a day? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
I will say this though, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna pull her picture up here. I really actually feel sorry for Alana. Okay, I do.
Yeah,
She did not choose her mother though. Come on, Raquel. You know she didn't. And
no, I know
what
she
I
didn't.
don't like is that, you know, right here she's saying, well, she just essentially put me in a car and sent me on my way. And in her mind, in Alana's mind, she's saying her mother said she had bigger and better things to do. That's not fair.
That's 100% not right.
And it's not right. Like doing her wrong it's not fair to her. So there's a part of me that my heart goes out to her and the girls because they're having a struggle. Well, they got a nice house, but I've heard.
I was gonna say the struggle maybe not be so.
But you know what? You know what I've heard though. Yeah. I've heard that that's not their actual house. Somebody said that they see her pictures on Instagram, and if you look in the background, it's completely different background. It's not the same house. So it makes me wonder. But why would anybody have a B&B type house out in the middle of a big piece of land like that? That makes no sense.
I mean, it could be a house that was for sale. You know, a lot of these, you know, right now the housing market is like all over the place.
Oh, that's true. You think maybe they set it up for them for
it may be a home that production is using, and it could be production is using it for the show. Production might be using it. If you pay attention, you would be really surprised if you stop paying attention at the people and you start looking at the surroundings. A lot of times you will realize that you're like, this kind of looks oddly familiar. You know, Catfish. Yeah. A lot of those TV shows, that is not their apartment. Like, I can tell you that Love After Lockup, 90% of the stuff that they're using those are Airbnbs. That is not
that's.
their
I
actual
think
apartment.
you're right. 100%.
You know,
I think you're right.
there are just it is. I can see men living in an environment where there is nothing on the walls and they have no books and all they have is a cat. Like I think of Dom
It's very bare.
right?
Just
Very
like
bare.
the whole
Just get the guy.
situation on 90 Day with what's her name with Ben. But SM's right. If there was no Alana, aka Honey Boo Boo, you're right. Nobody would have a damn clue who June is.
No, not a clue.
And they probably wouldn't look twice at her because she'd just be another hillbilly. I'm sorry, not to be mean, but it's fact.
Mm-hmm. Right,
it's fact.
That's what that was the modern Beverly Hillbillies. I mean,
exactly. Well, see, this is where she comes in, and I kind of don't think that she was on an hour and a half car ride and did not mention to Pumpkin that she was just going to be coming in by herself.
Yes.
I find that hard to believe.
Yes. I know that.
So for me, I feel like this was a setup. I feel like this was.
I agree. I agree with you because I feel like June was like, oh, I'll go ahead. I'll call her. Don't worry. I'll call her. And I'll tell her. I'm sorry, but the very first thing that I would have done is I would have gotten in the car and I would have been like texting Pumpkin right away going, you are not going to believe that she put me in the car. She,
Yeah, I would have been going off in that car immediately.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's not that big of a deal, though, on the other side of this, too, because if production was picking them up from the airport and taking them home as part of like filming or something, and June threw them for the loop and decided that she's going to go to Alabama instead, maybe it really wasn't that big of a deal.
That's true. That's true.
And now, because isn't it a little odd that production, now that because, you did bring that up. It's a little odd that production would be there to capture them coming out of the airport, but wouldn't be doing any more filming. Like
exactly, because they walked over to June and they said, well, where are you going now? You do realize that the show is not a show without you.
Yeah, without you. Like, we're following you.
Yeah, and she goes, oh, you know me, I'll be around. And that didn't make sense to me either. So I wasn't totally buying all this. I mean, we know it's reality TV is not real. Of course, she had to go call her and kind of tell her, this is some bullshit. You shouldn't have done that. Now, this is where they plan to do this. I thought this was cute that they actually planned a day out because I wanted to see them out somewhere. They're never, I understand that she doesn't want to bring, the C word. I think you're not even allowed to say it on here back to her children. I understand that she has one that's tiny and the other one, babies don't have a good immune system. So I understand her being protective. If you'll notice too, there weren't very many people in that restaurant. But I like here now. I can get on board with this one, and Mama's gonna have a glass of wine, which makes me think that is the night she got pregnant with those twins. I'm just saying. I think that she might have had herself some alcohol and went, yeah. No, we're not supposed to have, relations, but we're going to anyway.
Is there? Hold on. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Huh? Oh, what?
My son found cheesecake in the refrigerator and I needed to stop him before like we had to verify that was my piece of cheesecake and not anybody else's piece of cheesecake. Or you think the YouTube awards are bad. You should hear the cheesecake wars in my family when the cheesecake has been eaten. And
mine would be chocolate. If you touch my chocolate, you might as well get ready to get your butt handed to you because you're not going to like the reaction you get at all. I thought this. See, here's the other thing. They went to a really This cracked me up. She goes, they got a shitty. At first she said shittery board, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I know the shittery board.
I had to go back and listen, and she said shittery board, and then I don't know if like production finally told them how to pronounce it because finally Alana got it. But I mean, charcuterie board is kind of hard to say. I get it. When you look at it, it's not spelled like. Wait, what does this say? Like, girl, you ain't handling no business. Oh, that's where she's talking about her mom.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they know what their mom is doing. Come on.
Yeah.
I believe as much as the family is saying that she has an addiction to men, absolutely, I agree with that. I think she does too.
Yeah, because a lot of times you end up.
Go
What do you
get
end
the
up doing?
cheesecake.
I know. Go get the cheesecake. I know. She knows how this family is.
Oh, look what SM says. She's gonna hook you up, girl.
Oh yes. Yes, yes. That
Ooh,
is a given.
I am
Yeah.
jealous. I want some of that cheesecake.
Well, you know what? We'll FaceTime you and eat it and tell you how
Oh,
fabulous.
nice. Well, that's fine. Just rub it right in my face.
I'll call you. I'll
You
call
know
you.
what? Did you notice here? I think Alana looks really pretty in this picture.
She does. She
I
does.
love her hair like that. I like what she's wearing. She's really growing up. Like she looks so grown up now. Of
Right.
course, she's had to grow up really quickly, but she's 16 now, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
But look at what they ordered though. Excuse me. Filet mignon with crab and shrimp. I was like, oh dang. Now we're talking, girls.
They went all out.
Now we're talking.
All
Yeah.
out.
And that is fancy for them, but it makes, that wasn't an expensive meal right there, just so you know.
No, 100%. That was probably like $50 a plate. And you
Yeah,
got crab.
at least. Plus that charcuterie board, which was not inexpensive because, those are kind of fancy.
Right.
Did you see her trying to eat that stuff that she goes, what is this, raw meat? And I'm like, I'm with her. I don't like prosciutto. I can't eat it. Don't like
I
it.
love prosciutto.
I don't like it. And look, see, we can't be friends, right?
Yeah.
That's as bad as putting the pineapple on the pizza. She's like, I'm done with you. You don't like prosciutto. See, I think her face has changed so tremendously. Like she looks so much more grown up. Like it's hard to see her go from little Honey Boo Boo to Alana now, like a grown up.
I know.
She looks.
Well, we've all watched her. We've definitely watched her grow up.
Yeah.
Online. I mean,
I think all things considered, like what she's kind of going through right now with, I mean, she is turning 16. She's a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
We know she's got a boyfriend that she's now dating.
Mm-hmm.
I think for her, I hope that Pumpkin, like what we see on TV, that she's really like that with her, strict.
Right.
Because she needs to be. Thank goodness the kids don't look like their mom.
Oh, I know.
They don't actually a little bit. They do. Jessica and Pumpkin, I think, do a little bit.
Yeah, I think they all kind of it looks like they got lucky and they got the best features out of both parents and not stuck with any of the bad features.
And it makes me wonder though, is this really okay? I'm going to bring up something else here. Remember Sugar Bear is supposed to be, hey Nikki, is supposed to be it's supposed to be Alana's dad, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but she looks nothing. And I mean nothing, not even a tiny bit like him.
Yes.
And have you noticed also, and I will turn off my video for this. Mm-hmm. Have you noticed too, he's not been on the season yet, and I don't know if he's going to be introduced anytime soon. But when I say she looks nothing like him, like look at the shape of her face and her head and whatnot. She doesn't favor either one of them.
I think you need to go look at pictures of her when she was younger. Because remember, when you have weight, and she carries her weight in her face.
That's true.
He is very skinny. He's like a beanpole. So I bet the only way that you're going to be able to really get to see any really distinct features that he has is probably to look at her when she was when she was Honey Boo Boo and she was on that Tiara whatever what
really,
was
it? SM, you think that she favors the dad more than she does. She doesn't look like June to me.
I really think that when she was in the Tiara, what was it called? Tiaras and what?
Toddlers and Tiaras.
Toddlers and
Tiaras. Yeah.
I think that if you look at her back then, you can really see the Sugar Bear.
Oh, maybe her nose. Yeah, maybe I can see that. Remember back in the day when they first started doing From Not to Hot and all that, that whoever he was married to at the time, I forget her name, Jennifer,
Mm-hmm.
who nobody liked. Literally,
Mhm.
girl, nobody liked you. Nobody. Remember, she was going to do like, she was going to kind of be backhanded and get a cup or whatever and try to get DNA from her to see if he was the actual father. And it came back as inconclusive, which makes me think, was it inconclusive or did they not like the results?
Wait, there's no there. Okay, when you're doing DNA, inconclusive. Well, I guess inconclusive means that
Inconclusive might mean there wasn't enough DNA for
I
them
was
to
going to say the
actually
specimen was
determine.
either
Yeah.
compromised or it wasn't big enough or it was old. But I'm like, wait, I mean, it's either that you either have good, you either can match it or you don't. Inconclusive means the sample was deteriorted.
That's
or
what I
something.
think, is the sample wasn't good enough. I love Lori really
Well,
likes to do a lot of shit.
When did she look? You ignore her. Put her, drop her.
Yeah,
Drop her down.
hold on, Lori. She wants me to drop her. I can't help it. It's just so fun. Wait, what do I have now? What is that? What does it say? My last luck.
No,
my ass. My last.
Oh, look.
Okay. Oh, look.
It's on fire.
Y'all, she has like, look, she has things over there.
I got things. I got things.
Tchotchkes sitting around to say stuff like that.
I got things. I have all kinds of things. I got things everywhere. I do have things
Dang,
everywhere.
how the heck is she such a guilt magnet? Wait, guilt magnet? Who's she talking about? Lori.
Am I a guilt magnet?
Guilt magnet?
Am I a guilt magnet?
What does that mean?
What the hell is a guilt magnet?
I don't know what that is. Lori, just don't make me use my wrench. SM's gonna wrench you in a minute.
Rescue.
Oh, guy magnet. Okay, I was like, what's guilt magnet?
Sally Rage for the rescue. Sally Rage for the
there seems to be some guilt magnets up here in this community, so it could make sense, actually, Lori. That sentence could make sense.
What?
The guilt magnet. There's a few of those in the community. I'm gonna make you feel guilty, even though you didn't do anything. Oh my god,
that's hilarious.
So so we have Miss Thing is turning 16. I get it. She wants to have a 16th birthday party. Yes. I understand it. I also know that the situation could be difficult, being around the little ones and whatnot.
Yes.
But this was interesting, and I knew instantly when she walked downstairs. And Alana's doing her makeup and whatnot, and she goes, "Oh, look at you doing your makeup." She goes, "You're never even ready for school this time of morning." She goes, "Okay, who is he?" And and I looked over at my kiddo. I'm like, "Yeah, just I said, parents know. We know. We know stuff. We're not dumb. We notice when you put on a little extra makeup for somebody, or you, or you are really paying attention to that phone just a little bit more. Like, hello, we're not dumb. Just because we're, as a matter of fact, because we're older, probably means we're much wiser, right?
Right.
But she always said, "Hey, that's SM." She always said that phone never leaves her sight.
Right.
But I thought this was funny. She goes, "Whatever you say, mommy pumpkin," and I was like, "That's almost kind of pumpkin. It's almost kind of scary." But she is. She is like a mother to her. She's a mother to her.
Right.
I thought this scene was cute. I'll be honest, and this is why I like Josh, because I know he's kind of a smart ass. He hates June. Let's face it.
Yep.
Nobody ever wants to see their little girl say these words right here, though. "Well, I want a motorcycle, Daddy." No, you don't. No, you don't. Daddy doesn't want you to have a motorcycle. No, Ella. No.
Right.
She was very helpful, though. I would think she's cute.
She is very cute. She's very cute.
I like where they were doing the artwork with the chocolate stuff. Like, it does look like they work with her pretty well. She's very smart for her age.
Yeah, she's really smart, but they're just, I'm still thinking about that house. what you were talking about. I'm like, I certainly hope that they've got a big house where the other house that they actually live.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. They have to have a pretty good sized house because now they have 4 kids,
right,
on top of both sisters. So that's 2 more. I mean, they got a big family going here.
right.
And then, of course, while Jessica's sitting there, she just happens to catch that, oh, Miss June is up in the tabloids.
I love
single Mama June, 42, spoils boy toy Jordan McCullum, 24, with $50K in cars and rent after meeting on TikTok. Now, and even she even says, you purchased him a car. I could kind of see where that would sting a lot because this girl's sitting there with no car. Now, as far as we know. The show could be making that up. Maybe she does have a car. Maybe they're not showing it. But from what I gather, she doesn't. And I think that's pretty shitty right there. I'm just saying. This cracked me up because they put this in this kid's head a lot, right? She asked her, do you have a job? And she goes, yes, I've had jobs in the past. And the little girl goes, you're a stripper, right? It's like, oh my God, y'all can saying that in front of this little girl because I mean that came out of her mouth way too easily,
right?
Way too easily, and then you have look at Josh's face.
I told you so. I told you so.
This is the whole business with June. He's like, oh, are you telling me that I'm supposed to be surprised by this? And what's funny is he said, I told you so. He goes, I'm going to tell you so over here. I'm going to tell you so over there.
Right. Yeah.
Tell you so right here.
All over. Yeah.
He's right. He's right.
Yes.
He knows what's going on.
Right.
This is sad, though. He said, your mother won't give you a bleeping house or a car. But, I mean, he did for this guy, which is depressing. It's not right.
And she's right. And
it's a slap in the face to her.
It is. She's like, you're giving money away to strangers, but you can't help me when I've been taking care of your family all this time.
Exactly. It's not right. It's not right. She doesn't do her kids right. I'm sorry. I do too, Lori. I'm a big fan of Josh. I like him. I like the fact that he figures out a way to leave that damn house every time June walks in the door.
Yes.
Because I would do the same thing. I'd be like, nope,
I would do the same thing. Yeah.
I would be gone.
See if I can find their actual house.
Ooh, see if you can.
I'm sure that they probably have. I mean, the reality is that
I don't see a lot of pictures on her Instagram that I can tell anything different in the background.
Yeah.
But there are people that have said that they've seen pictures or something on a live that leads them to believe this is not their house.
Right.
Which maybe the outside of it, maybe there's something different with the outside and the end. I don't know. Because it seems like they have quite a bit of stuff in there.
Yeah, but it's not really. If you look at the walls. That's what I'm saying. Like, look.
Oh, that's true.
Where are all the toys?
Yeah, Alana does have some stuff on the walls, but not much.
Not. I mean, I can tell you that. Like right now, if you went upstairs, there is no wall space in my daughter's wall. And her carpet is dirty.
I know what color walls my child has. They're Tiffany blue walls, but you can't see the Tiffany blue.
No, exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, they're covered. They're covered. But see, now I don't. These are not, obviously they're not actresses. They're reality stars or whatever. But you can tell there is a lot of pent up anger with these kids.
Oh,
okay,
100%.
And where she's sitting here going, bitch, where the bleep is my $50,000? I could use that to help take care of your kids.
Yeah.
You can see by the way that you can tell by when she says things a certain way that she really 100% means it. But you can tell when they're trying to act. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my opinion, you can tell.
It is hard.
No tools.
You not to be bitter.
Oh, absolutely.
Hello, Lisa Ann. It is very hard for you not.
Oh, Lisa Ann's in here. Hey! I heard that you found homes for the kitty cats. I'm so happy.
Oh, you found homes for the kitties.
I heard she found homes for the kitties. I'm like, that is so great.
Oh, that's
for
awesome.
You. That's an amazing thing that you did, by the way. The people who left them there, however, not so much up for what a bunch of jerks.
Seriously.
They left today. Okay, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, see, this is what annoys me is that you got Mama June on here with, by the way, the worst damn extensions I've ever seen in my life. Like, girl, go somewhere else with for your extensions because they're really bad. But it's like because
and can we can we stop really too also? Your face is not tan. It drives me crazy that the foundation that she obviously wants them to put on her face.
Yeah, it never matches.
Makes her face look like she is 4 shades darker than the pasty whiteness of her neck.
Yep.
Like, I hate when she turns, you could see this line. And I'm like, no.
And she's been doing this for years with that dark makeup. And she's so pale. Like, I'm pale. I know what pale is.
Right.
I don't know why she just doesn't go with her skin tone and call it a day. But, you know, she claims that he needed somebody. Well, honey, your family needed you too. But, I mean, are you even going to be worthwhile anyway? I was really glad I didn't see this full interview. I kind of would want to go into Inside Edition and see if I could find it and see how it actually went. Because we got to see the back, you know, like backstage, kind of what was said. And, of course, the mother was brought up. And I can see here, and I don't blame Alana for this, she doesn't want people to call her Honey Boo Boo anymore. She wants to be called Alana. She's grown up. I mean, she's getting older.
Right.
And now, does this surprise you at all? That production has not heard from Idiot in 3 weeks?
Okay, so let me just tell you, when you get to the part, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story. So go ahead. Because I knew we were going to get to this. Go ahead. Of what Jordan's story.
This is where even production kind of gets on her ass and says, really, June? Really? So to speak. And then they said, you're going to choose him over your family? Which I thought, wow. How can you be that callous? Like, what is wrong with you? That she doesn't have them. She used to have the mom gene. She used to be a good mom.
Yeah, she was.
To those kids, but not anymore. So I will, what were you going to tell me about? Did you have something?
So she was talking about how she had to go back to Alabama. They were actually in production and they were, that when she's in there, you know, where they're interviewing her, right. I guess apparently they were in the middle of interviewing. And so again, remember, according to Jordan, they were not in a relationship. He had said that she would bring men to the house, you know, they would bring people, you know, all people were just in and out and stuff.
Right.
And she had cameras. There were 9 cameras outside of the house. Like, this is how much of a control freak she was, right? So cameras. Now, of course, I'm a reality star. I want to make sure that I'm safe. I want to make sure that or am I really having cameras so I can watch who is coming and going? So when she would go to film, she would not leave him anything. Like, she would like send him like $200 for the week for gas and for food. So he wouldn't be able to go out. He was kind of like a prisoner in the house. Well, when this was all happening and when they were talking about like how she's all really sour about the engagement, his now wife came to the house to hang out. Now, they were only friends at that time. They were not together. She comes in the house. Mama June sees it on the cameras. And don't you know, she flew or drove or took an Uber. She left filming to go to catch them at the house. And that was the last time he saw her.
Wow.
Yes. And at this point, he had said he was already pretty sure that she was seeing Justin. What would be the...
Well, we all know that she was, because they ended up getting married very early.
So he was like, even at that point, Justin was already coming over to the house. She was seeing Justin. He's like, we never had a relationship to begin with. She already started a relationship with this guy, Justin, who he happened to be friends with. But because he brought this other woman, who is now his wife, into the house, that is what threw her into the rage of kicking him out of the house. Like, she stopped talking to him. She cut him off. That was, everything stopped. but so this is like nuts. So when this whole scene that you just showed, Jordan made it sound like it was when this was happening, is
Right.
when she's like, oh, okay, you're gonna have some bitch up in my house. Well, I'll show you.
Do you see Lori's comment?
I know, she's crazy. She totally is.
That's why she loves the show, isn't it? Because she's hillbilly crazy.
Oh my gosh. She is so hillbilly crazy.
Man, I think we're gonna find out, and as time goes on, people are gonna start speaking out. Which he's not on the show, so he doesn't have an NDA.
He does not have an NDA.
So he can say whatever he wants. I mean,
he said that he actually kept his mouth shut for a long time because he was like, it's nobody's business. Like, she's not talking about me. It wasn't until like the show was making it seem like, it was more than it was,
right.
number one. And then number two, that he's like, no, I'm not letting her.
Well, he could probably see that it was going down this path of she's going to throw him under the bus.
Yeah. So he was like, I need to get ahead of this. And
I love this crazy.
I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes it's get ahead of it. And other times it's like, let the crazy be crazy. I'm just going to sit over here and just watch the crazy.
I don't know. I feel like I'd rather watch that kind of crazy than some of the crazy that I see going on
here. Yeah. Hillbilly crazy is a whole other level of crazy.
Because this is most of it is actually like, for the most part, real life. And that makes me scared.
Mm-hmm.
Watching them, I know that all their crap is kind of made up.
Right.
That's where the difference is for me.
Yeah, Larry, I don't know.
If you want to admit you were with her.
No, if I were a guy.
Well, let me tell you something. Mr. Justin likes to admit it because I follow him on Instagram and he is all about posting her on his Instagram.
That's because when you listen to Jordan's story, the amount of money that this woman is spending on Justin now is, I do not know how it's going to be sustainable.
I don't know either.
Not make that much money. I mean,
I've seen him show off expensive shoes, watches, all this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw somebody post in the comment part. They said, "Dude, like, so you're just going to spend all her money, or what's the deal?" Because they were in Las Vegas. He said, "Oh, what? You think I'm not capable of getting a job?" And I'm thinking to myself,
she does not want them to work.
That's what I'm thinking. I said, "You're probably capable, but I don't think you're doing it."
She said that Jordan told him that his sobriety was the most important thing that he needed to focus on. And that if he were to go to work, that being out in society would then cause you to have a relapse. So it is better for you not to work, and don't worry about it. I've got all your bills. I'll cover everything for you. That
doesn't make any sense.
It does not make any sense.
Because if anything, it would make him more likely to relapse because now he has the option of, I don't have to work.
Well, yeah. And he goes, and I will tell you, he does go into a little bit about where his mental health ended up with the whole situation, because he really did feel like he ended up being trapped. He was like, this is not what I had envisioned that this was going to be like. I think he was a little hurt because he really did think that she cared about him. And
wow, I'm so gonna have to watch that when I'm done.
It is a really interesting. I will tell you, Ellie B did an amazing job with interviewing. She
does a really good job with interviews.
Yeah, she's just sat back and just let him talk, and then they would have a couple questions and stuff like that, and then just some follow up. So it was a really, really good interview.
I'm gonna have to go watch it for sure. Yeah. I mean, I think that would probably be much more.
Yes. Well, Lori, remember, we've got you paid for 90 Day Fiance the other way. So you don't get all thinking about being a sugar mama. Because I need you to be 90 Day Fiance the other way.
Yeah, you got to get busy with that. Come on, Lori. You're not doing your part. You are not doing your part, Lori.
Susie and I need the inside scoop. You're going to be our undercover agent.
That's right. Forget about the NDA. Don't sign it, because then you can still talk to us. Okay, so here's where they're having a conversation because, we've already figured out that Mama ain't doing things right, okay?
Right.
And then, okay, you've got Josh over here going, just cut the bitch out of your life, snip, snip.
Yeah.
I get where he's coming from. However, you can't, I don't know. It's like, I feel the same way she does. You can't just cut the person who gave birth to you out of your life. I mean, they could, but I don't think that they totally want to give up on her because she used to be a good mother.
Yeah.
And I think that's the hardest part for them is that they're still harping on like the fact that she used to be a good mom. Why can't she be that person now? But she's not ever going to be that person. She's not. And boy, is he irritated. And see, he can't figure out, like, they're always looking up on social media and the tabloids, like what she's doing. Because I don't know if it's because they want to be nosy or if they just want to know what's going on. They want to know what their mother is up to. I mean, I hate to tell you, Josh, but yeah, they want to know.
Yeah.
And part of it is because they feel left out. That's the only way they can get to know their own mother is by the freaking tabloids.
Yeah.
And here she's over here still worried about this dude saying, I hope he hasn't relapsed.
No, at that point, she had already known that he did not relapse. She knew that he was dating somebody, that she had technically kicked them out of the house. Like it's pretty bad. Like I said, I'll let you listen to the interview about what happened. But
our pictures are all out of whack because this is when she figures out. June learns from the tabloids that Jordan has proposed to another woman, but she continues with hair and makeup for her event today. Yeah. Well, then she goes on to say right here, that's the worst effing mistake I ever made. Is it though, June? Because did you forget about Gino?
Right. Did you forget that at this time you were already seeing Justin?
Right? Like your memory is worse than mine. And let me tell you, that's saying a lot.
Like you're already
Lori, not happening. No, get busy, Lori. You're not doing your part, girl.
It is happening.
Okay, this part I thought was funny was when we had Dodo, who is her sister. I can't think of her daughter's name, but look at her. She's she's kind of laughing about it. She's like, he is engaged to somebody else.
That's her niece. Yeah.
Yes. And then she goes, she probably bought the damn ring.
Oh, I know. Oh my God. It was
that never
funny.
even entered my mind, but I'm like, you know what? She probably did.
She did. She totally bought the ring.
Holy
she 100% bought the ring. That guy doesn't have any money. How's he buying a ring?
Exactly. Like, girl, you just gave this dude money and he bought an engagement ring for another woman. How does that make you feel?
Right.
Just a little bit like, and Dodo knows though. She knows all this. She said this is a pattern with their mother. So they've seen this before. Now June is continuing the pattern of destruction with men. And she's saying she cannot be without a man. And I 100% believe that statement. I think it's absolutely true. Yeah, I don't doubt it for a second.
Right. She can't. She cannot
be. We got Miss Pumpkin over here. This is later on in the show where, you know, she's kind of doing the dishes. Pumpkin comes in and says, can I help you with anything? And instantly I was like, she wants something because I know teenagers. And she was like, no. And then she walked off and left her phone. Just ironically left her phone sitting on the table, which I feel like a total setup. Because here she is going through it. And she's like, well, she's been calling this person a lot. And she goes, is that a guy or not? I'm like, yeah, this all felt very, very set up to me. I don't think that this was real or genuine at all. And to be honest, and even my 14-year-old said this, that when she went to meet up with this guy, and I forgot his name already, she goes, they've met before. And I said, how do you know that? She goes, because look at how they're talking to each other. Now, if my 14-year-old can pick up on this, WeTV, y'all are going to have to do better.
But wait a minute. I thought that they had known each other for a long time. I thought that they had met at school.
Well, no, I'm talking about Pumpkin.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
When Pumpkin set up this meeting with him, because remember she said, you know, I need you to meet me at this place at so-and-so time, and he was late, and she goes, I don't like late, you know, kind of pretending to be a badass, You know, she's asking, what are your intentions with Lana? And the reason I think that my kid is probably right about this is because at one point he kind of starts laughing. And I think he's laughing out of pure like nervousness, or because this is kind of funny, because she goes, what are you laughing about?
Right.
And the reason I think my kid is right is because she said, they don't act like strangers to me.
Yeah, you'd be a little bit more standoffish.
Yeah, and he would be a little bit more. He did have nice manners with her. I admit that. I still am not down with the 16 and the 20-year-old.
I'm not 100%. I am not. Nope.
Sorry. And I told my kid, I said, don't you dare when you're 16 bring home a 20-year-old dude, because that's not happening.
No, not happening.
We're not doing that.
I don't care how crushed she's going to be. I don't care. Nope, not happening. Nope.
If there really is a true relationship, if you will, at 16 and 20, then when you turn 18 and he's 22, then I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. Yeah. Got to also be careful, because just because it might be legal in your state doesn't mean that it's legal in other states.
Actually, she mentioned to me something about she even brought this up, that it's not technically it's not legal. I forgot how she worded it, but I'm like, I wonder if she's right. I didn't even think to look it up. Yeah. She goes, technically they shouldn't even be dating because of the age difference. Yeah. I know they can't have relations, but she goes, no, technically they shouldn't even be dating.
They should not be dating. It's in some states it's as low as 13, like in places like West Virginia.
So would that put him as being with like
a minor
child, a minor? Okay.
He needs to be careful, because if you are under, there's a lot of gray area, but it is mainly 14, 15, 16, 17. Obviously, when you're 18, you're considered an adult.
Right.
Some states, the age of consent is younger, and consent isn't consent to have intercourse. It's consent to be in a relationship with that person.
Right.
So because that covers the parents that force underage marriage. So that's where I think a lot of times people get confused, is that they think, oh, well, I didn't have sex with him, but you're in a relationship, which is against the law, because the law protects. The reason why the law was put into place is because there were people that were selling off their minor daughters and forcing them into marriage. The guy could have been like, I'm not touching her until she's 18. That's great, but you can't, you're not technically supposed to be with her. So
wait, what did I say?
Yeah.
From what I'm told, growing up, it's like 16 with a 4-year difference. Anything more than that, you're in trouble. So if he's 20, right. I didn't know that.
Well, like I said, it depends on where you are, like Pennsylvania or
the area. I would imagine Georgia is probably a little less strict.
I would probably
Southern
say
states
Georgia
tend to be a little less strict on the age difference.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Like I said, I mean, hey, it's just like looking up one party state. What's the age of consent in my state?
For the love of God, people, before y'all start yammering about that shit out of your mouth, please go look up what it means.
Right. But I will also tell you, just because something is technically legal, that doesn't mean that it's ethically and morally right. So, and that's why I talk about the gray area. He is 20. She is 16. He knows that she is not old enough to make adult decisions.
Exactly.
Even if they were in a relationship and she felt like he forced her into doing things, they would still get him for statutory rape.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. I wasn't sure if we could say that or
not. Look at her trying to get me in trouble. She's going to get blackballed over here. I'm going to be like, I'm a wholesome channel. I try to stay away from all the crap. And I got mouth over here.
Beep, 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 beep. So, I mean, you got to be careful. You don't really know.
I don't know. I mean,
the family might be all.
They're saying that the family is okay with him and all this kind of stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know.
And you know what? We may actually find out for real he's not 20. And this is just, he's going to be.
Would that not be a kicker? What if he's like 17?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the storyline with this is so all out of the place. He's going to be 20 next year. Oh, so wait, so he's like 19? Like, did
Well,
he
I
just
tell you what,
graduate
if
high
you
school?
notice on this storyline, it's very choppy. Like
Yes.
the timelines don't match up with hardly anything.
That's because Mama June was
Yeah.
skipping down to Alabama.
Well, and here's the other thing. We also know, because of the fact that Pumpkin just gave birth again to twins, that there wasn't a very long period between her having Bentley and getting pregnant again.
Yes.
So whenever she was like desperate to go have her wine, it makes me wonder.
Yes.
Really? Or are you trying to throw us off?
That's true. She might have, it could have been. But you know what? But nowadays, the doctors say a glass of wine a day is perfectly acceptable. A dark beer is perfectly acceptable. Like the taboo of don't drink while you're pregnant is not as bad as how it was. Oh my God, if they see you have a sip, then you're like, chastised.
Yeah.
It's very much like now. I have a
Well,
lot.
let me tell you, back in the day, it was though, because I was pregnant and I went to a comedy club and I had a virgin daiquiri. And of course, I was very showing extremely at that point. And somebody goes, I kind of got picked on because I was up close to the front, which don't ever sit in the front at a comedy club unless you want to get picked on. We didn't have any other place to sit because nobody else wanted to sit there.
Right.
And I kind of got, picked on a little bit for a couple of things. But somebody also said, excuse me, but are you seriously sitting there drinking alcohol while you're pregnant? And I said, excuse me, but do you really know if there's alcohol in this drink? Because you need to shut your mouth. It is a virgin freaking daiquiri. Come on. Like I'm sitting there drinking hard liquor while I'm out to here. I'm almost 9 months pregnant. Like, no. But
see, you're so good. I would have looked at them and I would have been like,
what is your problem?
I would have been 9 months pregnant. They would have said that. And I would have looked and I would have been like, and it's delicious. I just would have sat there.
Right? I know, but back then I was very quiet. You have to remember Kelly Brown.
Hello, Kelly Brown.
I was thinking about you last night, Kelly.
Hello, Kelly Brown.
When I was thinking about the olden days, like they're so far away.
The olden
days with like Dom Natty.
Like 75?
Dom, you're old. In case you don't know.
I'm gonna whittle you a whistle because we can talk about the olden days.
Kelly, and I was like, where has she been? I have not seen her around in so long.
I'm gonna whittle.
Good to see you, Miss Kelly. SM, I don't think it was that. I don't think it had anything to do with that. I don't think there were shutdowns. I think because there was such a big difference in the time lapses in between when they could get a hold of Mama June.
Yeah.
They could get, Wait, who's a golden girl? Lori, who are you talking to?
She's a golden girl. You.
I know, Kelly. We have known each other. Kelly and I have known each other since like the beginning almost of pandemic. So
Susie wants to talk about the
I go way back with a lot of people.
Way back when?
Way back when.
Way back when, the olden days. All the olden days.
Oh, I remember that happened, Kelly. I think I actually saw your daughter post about that, Savannah.
Kelly.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I will tell you, my brother passed. It's going to be a little over 10 years this in November, and it's really tough. I would just say.
So all three of us, I've lost my brother. I lost my brother about 4 years ago, and it was, wow, it was hard.
Yeah.
And then Kelly just lost hers not that long ago, and you don't have your brother. And I'm guessing that they were all pretty young.
Yeah, mine was 19. It was his. He was first year of college, actually first semester of college, which was really hard for my parents to let him go because it was, it's like your worst nightmare. You think of all the horrible things that could happen at college, and it just so happened that my brother was one of those. So there was a whole bunch of
she says he's 36, and it was sudden too.
Yeah, I think that's really the hardest. Kelly, I don't really know you very well, and I know that you're very close with Susie, but that's
hard.
You ever need to have
my brother was 50.
Brother powwow, we can definitely do that.
I think my brother was 54 when this happened, when he passed. But and it was due to a massive stroke and
Mhm.
like a lot of mini strokes after that. And it was
Mhm.
from, he just had a lot of health issues. But I mean, it was sudden though, because what happened, we weren't
Mhm.
expecting that at all. It
Mhm.
just, this came out of
Mhm.
nowhere.
Right.
Oh, he had a blood clot in his lung and died the same way as my mom did. What? When you were 13? Well, bless your
Um,
heart. I am so sorry.
mm,
Jesus. And it's hard because
yeah.
when you lose someone like that, you know, when they're young like that,
Mhm.
it's more
It
it's
can
more
you
traumatizing, it seems like to me, because you expect older people to pass on.
yes.
You don't expect your children, or just like what I've
Mhm.
said before is my grandmother lost my uncle, my mom
Mhm.
lost my brother, and I lost my daughter. We had three
Mhm.
generations who lost kids.
You're right. That lost a child
It's
before.
not, you
It's not.
can't, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. But yeah, losing somebody young like that, I really am sorry
Yeah,
for your
there's a lot
loss.
of like the what ifs, and then you think of like when the birthdays and Christmas and all that come
Yeah,
along, I don't want to
well,
I don't
that's
want
why
to
I
put
said
Kelly in
no.
like
My
a worse, I
brother.
don't want to put Kelly in a worse place, but I mean,
That's
I
why I'm
will tell
excited
you,
kind of to do like this fun live with you this weekend, because my brother's birthday is next week and I don't want to think about it.
and it will be good. Yeah, we'll do
I don't
a
want to think about it.
I will tell you that Kelly, I mean, I know that you said that your mom passed also, but one of the things that I found is after my brother died, there was a lot of signs of him being around. It was just the most bizarre things. And I felt like the more that I actually acknowledged and said, "Oh my God, I know that's you," Nick was his name. Um,
Right.
the more that it would, like, other things would happen. I still to this day, I still talk to him. I still talk to him like he was in the room with me. Um, and he and
Man.
I mean, I have had nights, Kelly, where I've asked for a hug and I got one and I felt it. I mean, there's no denying. And when I'm upset, if he's always going to be your best friend, and you're going to be amazed of how you can actually feel him hug you and everything else. Like,
Oh, I
you
love
know,
that, Kelly.
oh, that's
I,
fabulous.
I
Yeah.
used to have dreams of my daughter, and I've had
Mhm.
dreams of my dad, but I haven't had any of my brother yet.
Mhm.
Oh,
Thank.
she says she's waiting for that hug. I hope you get it really soon, Kelly,
Mhm.
because I think
Mhm.
dreams and I'm a believer of angels and
Mhm.
all that good stuff in heaven. And for those of you who don't believe, that's your right. But
Mhm.
I believe it, and I think that's
Mhm.
what helps me get through these
Mhm.
losses,
Right.
is
Yeah.
believing that one day
Oh
I'll be
yeah.
with them again.
Well, I have no doubt. Like I 100, like I said, I can 100% say. I mean, I have not had dreams. Like I can vividly remember, like not like having a dream where he's talking with me, but I have had it where it's been the times where I've needed him in the physical is where he's really like come through. So, when you're on the other side, they kind of give you what they know that you need. And when you need it,
Right.
I gotta tell you, it's amazing. I mean, we have this thing about ladybugs. It's a big long story that I don't
Oh,
have to go into, but
I get signs from Ashley all the
yeah,
time,
yeah, and
all the time.
it is
This
just
girl,
the
she plays
craziest
pranks
thing.
on me. I'm not even
Yeah,
lying. I'm just like, girl, you pranked me in real
right,
life, so it would only be fitting that you would prank me
right,
from heaven. So thank you for that. But it makes
right,
me laugh. It's
right.
funny because my
Yeah.
last trip was us joking and told me he was okay. Oh man, that's
No.
right. That's right, Kelly. You were getting ready to move there. I totally forgot about that. She says she's been blessed to see someone who
Hmm.
have passed. That's always like, I feel like to me that's probably the most comfort you can get after someone
Hmm.
leaves this earth, is like
Hmm.
getting a visit from them in your
Yes.
dreams.
Hmm.
I used to have nightmares though, I'll be honest. I used to have nightmares um, that I kept trying to get to my daughter and I couldn't. No matter what I did, there would always be this distance. I couldn't get to her. Like I could see her, but I couldn't get to her. And I feel like that's sort of like what happened with her being sick is I was right there with her, but I couldn't help her.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you can't, there's nothing I could do for cancer.
Right. No, there isn't.
In 10 days. So we keep the house and the family. Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Oh, I'm
That's
glad.
good.
That is our house
Yeah.
down at the beach is actually one of our family homes from my grandfather. And it's very comforting when I go in there. We're starting to make some changes and things like that.
Kelly, Florence is
feel good.
Florence is out there.
Mm.
Yeah, Kelly lives in Arizona as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we met in person. That's why the other night when I said, "Look, I have met some people in person that I know from Instagram and whatnot," and yeah, she bought my books, and I'm like, "Hey, we'll just meet up, and I'll just hand them to you." she's talking to someone in her family.
Yeah, my daughter is texting me about magnetic lashes, and I'm like, "You have lashes. Why do you look these magnetic? Magnetic lashes are the only ones that I can use." Oh.
Yes, we did. And Kelly is tall, y'all. Let me tell you, she's tall. She's Kelly's a good person. I hate that happened to you. I really do.
I'm really know that unfortunately you were part of.
She's got really good kids. Both of them are really, really sweet. Her daughter's a sweetheart. Mm-hmm. She used to come into my IG lives all the time. Sometimes her daughter would be the only one in my IG live if it was like late in the night. And Kelly would be like, "Wait, what is she still doing up?" And I'm like, "I don't know. What
she's still doing up? Why is she
up? Tell her leave my live. I can't do that."
Oh my God, that's hilarious. What are you still doing?
5'9". See, she's tall because I'm.
Oh my goodness, you are tall.
Yeah, so she's like, she got a whole 5 inches on me.
Oh, 5'3.5", 5'4".
Yep, she is. Well, I'm really, really glad that you came in. I think we probably are going to end this because I have to go cook. I was at Costco today because I had to go to the doctor. I love doctors. Don't you just love them? She literally did nothing for me. She did nothing.
You know what? You were almost as good as the acting on Mama June, but not quite. with your I like doctors.
Oh so, no, people know I hate doctors. All my family hates doctors.
You tried.
But this one, I was trying to talk to her and tell her I needed a little something more, and she's just like, "I'm not going." Here you go. It's already sent. I'm like, "Wait, what?" I don't even think I got 2 words out. I'm like, well, okay, thanks for that. Mm-hmm. It's time to know what you thought of Mama June, but I was too late. Oh, you can come. Wait, you're friends with Gino? Hold on, Kelly Brown.
Oh, Kelly.
Shut up. Is she? Kelly's got some connections, just so you know.
Kelly. Not Gino. Kelly. No, not Gino. You're going to end up on some episode. I mean, come on. You know she's going to come after you. She's
going to end up on Love After Lockup.
Oh, my God. You're going to be on an episode. You're going to be the other woman. She is going to be reading.
Shut up. He texted you.
He sends you boob pics. Don't open them.
She said he texted her this morning.
Oh, my God. Do not open them. Don't open the boob pics. Don't open them. It's a setup.
There better not be any D pics in there, Kelly.
Kelly.
Oh. We're going to have to talk after this, Miss Kelly. He is really nice.
Of course he's really nice. Right at the beginning. Why is he texting you when he's got, his crazy half? She's nuts. Man, I would not be. I don't know.
Kelly. Oh, no pics. She says no pics. That's good.
She is liable to walk, drive, run, fly, teleport, anything over anybody who would be talking.
Yeah, Kelly, we're scared for you now.
I am scared for you, Kelly. I am definitely scared for you.
It's interesting because Kelly has a lot of. She knows a lot of people. Mm-hmm. She is. She knows. Do you remember Sean and who's the redheaded girl from Love After Lockup? She was pregnant. Remember Sean and Destiny? And then
yes.
Is it Sarah? Sean and Sarah?
Is it Sarah?
No, she's not friends with Sarah. She's friends with the ex-girlfriend.
The ex-wife. Yeah, I remember. The ex-girlfriend that the guy has his 5 kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 5 kids. Was it 5 kids? Okay, 5. Yeah.
Yes. Kelly. Her
Yeah.
name's Kelly.
Is her name Kelly too?
Yes.
That's right. It is Kelly.
Yes.
Kelly and Kelly.
Right.
Yes, June is nuts. June is nuts. They're all nuts.
They're all nuts. Got to be kind of
That's
little
why we
nuts.
watch them, because they're nuts, right?
Because they're nuts. That's the reason why. Right. Exactly. They're a little nuts. And you'll see a whole lot of nuts.
I knew Kelly lived in Santan. I know where Santan Valley is. I've driven out there, and it's a little ways too, but it's not nearly as far as Florence. Florence is like out in the middle of nowhere. Bless you.
And you dated Matt Bauer. Oh,
I did know that, but I didn't want to say it on here because I wasn't sure she wanted people to know that.
She was like, I was like, you were like, I wasn't sure if she wanted to actually.
I didn't want to out her and go, hey, by the way, she did this.
Good for you, Kelly Brown.
June is married, so no worries.
Yes. June is married, so no worries. However, Jordan's married too. So forget it. Gino, you got the Gino.
Gino's not married.
Gino's not married.
Kelly, tread lightly with that. I just
Kelly, you gotta watch it. Right. So maybe what we can do is we can get Kelly Brown and Lori, the both of them, to get on 90 Day the Other Way.
Ooh. Or we don't want them to be on Love After Lockup because
I don't want them to deal with it.
Yeah, no.
Lori will end up in jail if she's on Love After Lockup. There's no way that she would be able to be with an inmate.
Lori, do you hear her talking crap about you? She is not giving you any leeway whatsoever. She is really throwing you under the bus.
No way. Yep. Oh, you're going to go and get Gino to come up?
That would actually be pretty cool.
Gino.
Don't you think?
I
would love to do an interview with Gino.
Oh, that would be a lot of fun.
Oh, that could be fun.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
I'm down with that. Kelly Brown, you better hit me up for a DM later.
Oh, man.
That would be fun. Ooh, I'd have to think of some good questions.
Right.
I wonder if he still has an NDA. He was on this season. Ask him, Kelly, if he's still involved, if he's still like stuck.
But again, Chris had an NDA, and we managed to do all the questions around.
That's true. I managed to ask him questions, and I did not get him in any sort of trouble whatsoever with TLC.
Maybe we could do a Gino dating game.
Ooh. Well, we already know apparently who he wants to date.
I know.
Hello. We'll bring Kelly up and Gino up, and we'll just see how much y'all actually have in common.
See how much he does have in common.
He does still have an NDA, but he tells me everything, but I can't tell. Well, don't tell on him. Don't get him in trouble.
Do not tell. Right. Why would I end up in jail? If you were married,
Look at her comment.
Right. So I say 90 Day Fiance the other way because you would not do well on Love After Lockup. Because you would probably end up getting locked up because you would be like, oh, hell no, we're not having this kind of behavior.
I can see that Lori might not put up with a whole lot from anybody. I could kind of see that.
Right.
Started a new job and is working a lot. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Let's get that going. Thank you, Kelly. I didn't even think about that. Look, I forgot she has connections. I totally forgot about that. But I didn't want to bother her because I did know, and it didn't actually slip my mind, Kelly, until when you came in. I thought, I knew something happened. And it's so hard to remember when you see so many different people in and out and whatnot.
Yeah.
What actually took place.
I had no idea, so I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I am glad you came in and reminded me because I just want to say my heart goes out to you because I 100% get how you're feeling, and I hope you're doing better with it. I mean, she is clearly chatting with some folks, so things are maybe not so bad.
Maybe not.
No, it's okay. I get it. And girl, my memory is awful. Lord, ask Raquel. Don't.
It's bad. It's horrible.
It's bad. It's bad, y'all. You know what? I took one of those tests one time to see if I have dementia, and it said no. I had the brain of I forgot how many years old, like really young.
10.
Like, how?
Is it the brain of a 10-year-old? I really feel like you have the memory of a 10-year-old.
Of a 3-year-old.
That you went like this and you put it down and then you forgot about it. And you're like,
no, I mean, it said I had the memory of someone, that was like several years younger than me. And I was like, It says, nope, you're not at any sort of, you don't have any sort of issues, or whatnot. And I thought, okay, and I took that thing twice, and I'm like, but I don't remember things.
Do you remember taking it twice?
You remember the second time because I forgot.
I was gonna say, or did you take it the second time?
The site probably like, hey, dumbass, you already took this quiz.
Right. Did you get halfway through it and go, wow, this looks vaguely familiar. I think I did this before.
I feel like I've seen this before. So
yeah, that's what I was more thinking.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. I probably forgot to look at the first.
I'm gonna go with that. You forgot that you took it the first time.
Gosh, she's talking smack about everybody up in here tonight, except for you, Kelly. She's been nice to you. So
I know. SM. I've been very nice to SM.
That's right. You have been very sweet to SM. You've been, you've been nice to her.
I've been very nice.
Wait, she has a funny story.
Here's a funny story.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Look at what she just wrote. Jordan was because I was pissed at Jordan going on Leslie's channel. Oh.
I will tell you, good for him, though.
So Gino has no clue what is going on with my... Oh, interesting. Middle of the night for the East Coast. Pissed about Jordan. Oh, so you got a whole bunch of stuff to tell.
I will tell you, Kelly, I love the fact that Gino is like, deuces. I don't care what is going on with you. I am not following you. I'm not, because, they were both in the swirl of just a really bad relationship. I'm sure
their relationship was so toxic.
Oh, so much better.
It was toxic. It was toxic on both sides. Just like when I talk about the whole Amber Heard and Johnny Depp thing. Do I think that he's 100% innocent? No. I like him. He's much more likable since this last trial. But is he innocent? No, he's not completely innocent either.
No.
He had a substance problem. We all know that. And a drinking problem. So you can't tell me that.
And an ego problem. He's got an ego problem.
Yeah, so, you can't tell me that he didn't lose his temper. Now, do I think that he was being, you can't even say the word abusive, I don't think. I don't think that's a whole nother story, but I'm just saying, it goes to show you there are certain people that just should not be together.
When you are pushed to the point of pooping on somebody's pillow, at that point in your mind, you have to go, this is what I've come to now. When
you were squatting on the bed, did you not think for 1 second that I don't think this is going well?
I pooped on a pillow. Like, this is really, have we gotten here now? Have we gotten here now? Hi, Angel. Have we gotten here now?
Hey, Angel. We're here now. You know what, Kelly? I think you're right. I think that he's not innocent, but I think she was way more manipulative. And wow. I mean, she was bad.
Oh, yeah. She was really bad. Like,
I'm way too
out of the two badnesses, her badness was much worse than Johnny Depp's.
Yeah, but listening while I take care of a few things. Oh, okay. Well, we're getting ready to go, Miss Angel Things. I can't stay here all night. I have this delicious pasta that I bought. It's called lemon ricotta basil stuffed pasta. Doesn't that sound good?
Delicious.
With like some chicken and marinara. I'm like, ooh. Even my kid was like, are you cooking this? And I said, yes, I am. But girl, Kelly, I was way too invested too. You can ask these people in my chat. My butt was up at the crack of dawn listening to this trial.
I was like, wow.
Why are you up so early? I'm like, hello, it's Johnny Depp trial. Why wouldn't I be up?
Why wouldn't I be up? Yeah, I'm still like kind of kicking myself in the ass for not going to the courthouse since it was right there. Just didn't understand.
I could kick you in the ass if my foot would
I could have gotten a glimpse. I could have actually
that far.
The hand of Johnny Depp at the Ritz-Carlton, and it would have been.
Thanks, Susie explains all my relations. Oh my god! 6 a.m. Yes, ma'am. I was up at the butt crack of dawn every day. Every day. Listen,
that's so funny.
I had to see him going in. I don't know. It says you live there. Oh, look, Kelly's calling you out.
I mean, I was literally within, yes, like
She said,
5 minutes.
"Shame on you, girl."
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
The
right? I
hotel
wanted
that
to
he
see
was at
pictures.
was like right next to my office.
I
It was,
wanted to look on the Law and Crime like website and see Raquel over there going, "Ah, Johnny, I love you."
I can't act like that here in the DC area. I can only do that out of state. People are gonna be like, is that Raquel?
You
What is
you
she
you could
doing?
put on a wig, put on
I
your
know,
little
I
like
got
your
to
little
put on a wig
bangs,
and
your
everything.
your blonde
I'd have
bangs.
to do my Rosanna Dana and
Yeah,
stand
or
out
you
there.
put on your blonde
Right.
bangs and whatnot, you know, and be over there going, Johnny, I love you, I love you.
I love you, Johnny. I love you. I love you. Oh my God, that is just,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, honey, I've been live since all the shit show started. Not
Yeah,
long
it's
after, because
like
I don't
9.
want any part
Yeah,
of that.
it's at 9.
She said, "What the actual f?"
So Susie, we're like the comedy relief. When people wanted to take a break, they would hop in, say
I noticed
hello,
that they pop in and out.
and then hop back out and go to someplace else. And they
They're
come
like,
back.
"Let's go see what they're talking about over there for a minute." Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yes, that's what I'm saying. SM, she could wear her wish hair. See,
I can
and
wear my wish hair. I got my wish hair.
nobody would know who she is. I mean, she could put on some, you know,
Do you know where
different
my
funky
bangs are?
glasses.
I'm really kind of like, where did my bangs go? I gotta find my bangs.
Oh, Lori.
Come here, It's going your way.
Oh man.
Oh boy, those
We're gonna have
international
to bring-
dating sites are just
Lori's
looking
gonna have
better
to
and
come
better
on
and
panel
better.
with us at some
Yeah.
point because
Yeah. You know what? We will. Okay. Well, so I know that I have said before that as a joke a long time ago, I was at Laurie's house for a birthday party, and farmersonly.com came on. She immediately turned to me and said, "Don't you dare." And I said, "It is too late. I am already setting you up." So maybe what we need to do is I will create a farmersonly.com
I say yes.
account for Lori, and then we will find the eligible bachelors on farmersonly.com for us to sign up for her.
Farmersonly.com. Isn't that how it goes?
It's a great idea. Yes, that was it.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I think they should use Lori's picture on their commercials for the farmersonly.com.
Go and petition for them to use Lori's picture.
Oh, look at what Kelly said. She said you could have been viral, right?
Oh, I could have totally been, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, Kelly. She could have been out there with her little sign going, "I love you, Johnny.
I love you, Johnny.
Here's some flowers."
She's like, "Sorry, Laurie, but that would be funny." Do it.
At the very least, here. Oh, look what we could do. Do you remember way back when? And I'll let you go after this. Remember way back when Dom used some sort of an app to make himself look like a female?
Yes.
And he decided to make a dating app. Do you remember that?
I do not remember the dating site.
Oh my gosh. He was like, he goes, "Women, I feel so bad for y'all."
Because he realized what it's like, right?
He was like, "You could not believe the answer, like the questions and the responses that I'm getting from this." She got a wish hair in her hand.
I was looking to see. I was like, "Is that it? That's not it. Damn it! I can't find my."
She says, "Shush it." No, we're not going to shush it. So I say that we set her up on a farmers only, and then we can hide whoever the username is and show what types of responses you get, Lori.
Yes, and then Lori will have to choose the winners of who we will reach out, and then Lori can go out on a date, and then we will have her come back, and she will rate her date. Lori rates
100% responsible for you going on a date.
Yes, I love it.
What if it actually turns out to be like the perfect person, and then she goes, "Aw, thank you, Raquel and Susie."
And then it will be like, "Look, now we are just."
Do you think she would ever even thank us though?
We're matchmakers. We'll be total matchmakers. Then we can become international matchmakers. And then everybody will flock to the channel because they are going
to. Do you like to ride the big green tractor?
She likes to ride. Oh yes. Lori likes to ride the big green tractor.
Oh my gosh, Kelly, when you get a chance, go back to our last parody that we did because because Lori is in it. She is dressed up as, is it Ellie or Elle?
Yes, she was Ellie with all
Lord,
of the
honey,
stuff
she
in her
had
bra.
boobs out to here. I mean, she had food and everything else stuffed down in her bra. She was really like the star of the show between her and Raquel. And the only thing I did was sit there with my eyes bulged out like Natalie. Because Natalie doesn't say anything. Yes, you're gonna have to go look. It's I think it says it's an interview with a special guest star or something like that.
Right.
And you can fast forward through. Man, she she did good.
Yes.
Had to be mean to lots of men. Oh boy,
Yeah.
that's me. I'm always mean to the man. All right,
To
I'm gonna let
always
this.
mean to men?
I have to let
Always
Raquel
mean
go.
to
She
men.
is on East Coast time, and I don't want to keep her here all
No,
night.
I'm
It
gonna
is
die.
late
Like,
there.
well, 11 o'clock's not too bad. I mean, that's
It's not bad, but it's early here, and I don't want to keep you too late. So
well, you're just hungry, so I got you.
You're just what?
I said you're just hungry. So
I am kind of hungry.
You keep talking about your pasta, so I know what's up. You're hungry.
I'm like, I can taste that pasta right now. And I haven't even had it. Oh, she says it's not going to happen. Lori, Raquel, do you have pictures?
I'm already on it.
Okay, good.
Already on it.
She's on it, Raquel. It's okay. She's going to take care of. Raquel's going to take care of it for you, Lori, and you don't have to do
I'm going to
anything.
take care of it.
Don't have to do a thing. She'll
Don't
even
have
look
to
at
do
the
anything.
responses and everything. Good
Yep.
night, Kelly. Thank you for coming in. All right, we are going to close this one out. And so my ending is to, I was going to say stay classy or sassy, but take your pick. Or if you want to be both, have at it. I like either one, but especially classy, okay? Because let's face it.
So then my ending will be, don't be an asshole.
I think I like hers better. Oops, hers.
Stop being an ass. Just stop being assholes. Just don't be an asshole.
Yeah, I think I like Raquel's better.
Yeah, repeat after me. I will not be an asshole. I will not be an asshole.
I promise I won't.
All right, so there we go. There's my advice.
Don't forget to hit
You
the
tell
like
everybody
button.
to say sassy or classy, and I'm just
Exactly.
going to tell everybody,
Don't be an asshole.
Don't
There
be
you
an
go.
asshole. Just
All right, everybody. Have a fabulous night. We'll be back.
bye.
Bye.